What's good? What's good on a Monday, Rome? Nice to see Icarus win Best Doc last night. I got to ask, though, Jim, how the hell did Huff score those seats at the Oscars? I will say he did have that limp-handed golf clap working for him, though. Mike in Buffalo wore Huff returning his tux at Tuxedo Junction today to avoid the late return fee. Hopefully he returns everything that came with it, too. All of it. Rome, Huff was at the Oscars. Why? Did they need somebody to walk an email from Leo up to the stage? Rome, check Huff's face. Does it look plastic? Feels like he should have gotten at least a Botox contact high sitting next to Judd and Mira. Schnikes. Clones. Snoring is disrespectful. It's offensive. You got to stop right now. You have to stop right now. Get a Zeepa. Make everybody happy. Zeepa is 100% guaranteed to work. ZYPPAH.com. ZYPPAH.com. All right. So the running time on last night's Oscars was nearly 4 freaking hours. That's The Godfather, Part 2, with commercial breaks. But naturally, if you're watching in the first place, you're there to go the distance. You don't care. You didn't tune in to see who won Best Sound Editing in an animated short. You tuned in to see who won Best Picture. Or in your case, clones, you tuned in to see who was about to snap a button on their tux, which thankfully was not an issue last night. Personally, I just wanted to see if they announced the right winner after last night's mangle job, or last year's. This is what I was there for, and to see if they brought back Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty for a run at redemption, which they did. But when Kimmel rolled out Faye and Warren for round 2, and the crowd rose to their feet for a standing go, it was not the presenters that stole the show. It was the dude standing front and center and clapping next to Ashley Judd and Mira Sorvino in the front row. You may recognize that dude. You may know that dude. Or maybe you thought you knew that dude, but you couldn't place that dude. That was the jungle's own Austin Huff. Freaking Dallas Huff. Front and center, suited and booted, clapping his ass off in front of millions of people on TV last night. I'm talking worldwide. Now, to be fair, I'm not their dads. I'm not their babysitter. I don't keep tabs on my crew during the weekend. As long as they're getting their work done and their prep in, I really don't care. They can do whatever the hell they want. I don't care. In fact, I don't want to babysit these guys. So I didn't know Dallas was going to be there in the Dolby, let alone standing next to Ashley Judd, giving it up for Faye and Warren. Yet there the D-man was, in a rented tux, going on his 11th hour of being a seat filler at the Oscars. I checked my watch, and when Dallas flashed on screen, it was nearly 9 o'clock. What the hell is Dallas doing in Hollywood on a work night at 9 o'clock at night? Doing his job, providing content. That's what he was doing. If you have not seen it, go peep my Twitter, because the photo is up right now at Jim Rome. Look at him. That's not shopped. That's real. That's real. There he is. Dallas. It's an incredible photo. A-list talent flanked by a radio program email screener. Of course, he's doing it at the highest level. Now, you never know where you're going to see the jungle running point in a state high school basketball championship game, in the middle of the Southern Sando, at a golf tourney, getting cold-shouldered and Heismaned by Rory, at America's Funniest Home Videos, taking in a taping, or front row at the 90th Academy Awards on everybody's TV last night. The jungle is becoming more omnipresent by the day. We're everywhere. CBS Sports Radio, CBS Sports Network, Sirius XM, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Now the freaking Oscars. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. Now, again, I don't keep tabs on these guys during the weekend, and I really don't have a lot of questions as long as they do their job. But you clones have millions of questions. And in fact, I got to be honest, I even have a question or two. Dallas, bring it down. Come to the front row. Austin Huff. I got to figure out exactly how this went down. Austin moves from the back row to the front row. And Austin, I got to ask the question, man. How in the world did you get hooked up with those tickets? How did you end up where you ended up?
First of all, what up, pimp?
What up, man? What up? What up, D?
I got him through Keith's beautiful wife, Lorraine.
All right, so Keith. Now, how is Keith connected, and how did she get tickets?
So she works for the Academy, and you kind of have to have an in on these things. So, Keith said, hey, is anyone interested? And sure enough, I was interested.
Well, now, did anybody else on the staff want to do this, or was it kind of accepted that that's where you live, that's what you do?
Yeah, that's kind of my world. I'm the pop culture guy. I live for this kind of stuff.
All right, so you were a seat filler. How does that work exactly? When you get there, how do you get in? I mean, wouldn't anybody want to be a seat filler? How did that work?
I would say it's organized chaos. It is insane. Like it's, the seat fillers, it's the worst kept secret in Hollywood. You're all kept to the side. Everyone knows why you're there. I mean, you've got a lanyard, a credential.
Because nobody can recognize any of you losers. That's why.
Exactly, right?
All right. So they push you off to the side. You wait your turn. What are the directions you're given?
Stay off to the side. Sit down. If you find an empty seat, take it. Do not talk. Do not, just fit in, blend in. You had a certain dress code. There's all these rules that you have for it.
Did you have to sign anything at all?
They had to do a lot of background checks on me.
Just for that?
Yes.
Just to be a seat filler?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you said when you see a seat, you take the seat. Is it not designated, hey, you get the next seat or you get that seat? Is it a matter of you see a seat, whoever gets that seat gets that seat?
There's like a lot of people that work for the Academy. They're like ushers standing down there during commercial breaks, and they're like, hey, I've got 4 seats here. Boom. Here, seat filler. I need you right here. Boom. And it's just nonstop. It's just crazy because then there's the celebrities up and around talking and chatting. And
are you allowed to talk to the celebrities, or do they say avoid all eye contact and don't talk to anybody?
They say, yeah, know your role, seat filler. Okay, just stay to yourself.
All right. So did you pay heed to that, or did you kind of start feeling yourself a little bit, and were you starting to chat people up?
No, I definitely.
You knew who you were.
Yeah, right.
You knew what you were there to do.
Yeah, no, I didn't chat up Jordan Peele about his, best writing.
Dude, why?
Oscar.
We need a podcast guest. That was your job. You should have.
I was slipping some cards down the aisle. Just say, hey, could you pass that down to Kate Winslet? I don't know if Kate Winslet was there.
Yeah, right. All right. So I would imagine you own that tuxedo, right? I mean, why wouldn't you own a tuxedo? You didn't rent that, right?
Right. Of course. Yeah. I definitely own a tuxedo and did not rent it at Men's Warehouse.
All right. So when do you have to have that thing back?
I got to get it back today. So there's a chance I might have to bounce out early today.
Okay. No, I get that.
Close.
What did you go alone?
I went with my wife.
Okay.
Yeah. She was stunning. Just slayed the red carpet.
Okay. Did she get a seat though?
She did. In fact, at one point, so when they did the movie theater bit and all those celebs got up and went to the movie theater across the street, my wife actually got an Army Hammer seat. Huh. She filled that seat for a few seconds but was quickly bounced out.
Was it the best night the two of you have ever had in your entire lives?
I would say our wedding night, she would probably say yes.
She would say yes to last night.
Yeah.
All right. So when you get your phone back, they take your phone, right?
They do. Yeah. So I didn't have my phone from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. yesterday.
Did
I was
you freak out?
The grid.
Okay.
Yeah. That was definitely the weirdest part about it because it was, you want to take pictures, you want to, tweet, you want to.
That's why they take the phone, Dallas.
Exactly.
You can't do stuff like that.
Right.
So when you got that phone back after 12 hours and you fired it up, what happened?
It blew up. It was a constant vibration, just like nonstop. Most of which from Hawk just freaking out and fangirling out.
All right. So what time did you get back last night?
I got back around probably 10:30. That's the nice thing about being on the West Coast is the show ends early here. So I was able to get back, get some work in, got some work in on the car ride back and everything.
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again? Of course I would do it again.
There it is, tonight.
Yeah. When's the Critics' Choice Awards?
I don't know, man. Why don't you check with Keith and see if we can get you in there too?
Yeah, right.
Who were your favorite athlete or celebrities that you saw?
Well, so I was sitting next to Mira Sorvino, and she had, no joke, the biggest gown of probably anyone there. And so there's 30 seconds coming back from commercial break. And the seat fill, or like the usher, says, "Hey, we've got a seat right here, needed to fill." So I come down. Well, Sorvino just sits down in this massive gown, and she looks up at me and she says, or she looks up at me and she's like, gives me that look of, "I'm not moving. I just sat down." So I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I need to sit in that seat." And she just looks at me and I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go up and over." And so I literally pull some sort of like American Gladiator obstacle course, jump over. I was like ice, nitro, you name it, jumping over this thing into the seat.
Dude, you're getting pretty comfortable in this chair, aren't you?
I'm just saying that was the craziest part, but it was.
So Ashley was much cooler.
Yeah, Ashley, she
is cool.
She was wearing a slimming dress, it was very, I could have gotten around her easily.
Right.
But no luck with Mira.
All right, you did what you had to do. The photo is legit. You were a seat filler. You came to Hollywood. You saw it. You conquered, and it was awesome.
It was
well
a lot
done.
of fun. Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks
Let's
for
go
the
back.
Twitter shout out.
You got it. You earned it. Let's see what the clones have to say right now.
All right.
There it is. Good job, Dallas. Austin Huff was at the Oscars last night, front and center. You saw the picture. If you have not, if you're watching on CBS Sports Network, you just did. If you have not, go to my Twitter feed. He was there. And now we know the process. What you have to do to be an actual seat filler at the Oscars. A 12-hour ordeal. Background check. They take your phone. You have to be dressed appropriately. You have to act appropriately. All right. Now, generally, I've got this thing at the bottom of the hour where I have to hit a sports update. Eric Spitz has told me, hey, listen, if it's really important, it's really good, we don't mind if you float a little bit longer. That was not one of those things, Dallas. We went way too long. But my man settled in. All right, what are your thoughts? He was there. Even Hawk gave up his seat for Austin right there. We're coming right back.